Hi, my name is Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Volvo V70, then I'll take you for a ride in it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 2.4 D5 SE Lux. It's a 5-door 2013 on a 13 plate. It's done 59,111 miles. Fuel economy, urban 48.7 miles per gallon. Extra urban 57.3 miles per gallon. And combined is 58.9 miles per gallon, which is tremendous really for the size of this vehicle. 0 to 60, 7.3 seconds. Top speed of 140 miles an hour out of a 212 brake horsepower, 5-cylinder, 20 valve engine. Road tax, 6 months £74.25, 12 months £135. Really nice car. Came up here on the motorway this morning. Cruises like a dream. Very quiet. It's very economical too, I have to say. Just judging by the fuel gauge when I've come up here and comparing it to other cars I come up here with. We've got power folding door mirrors, you've got keyless lock and keyless entry too. When you come back to the car, just pull the handle, car opens, door mirrors fold out again. We've got the little sort of plastic door protector there. Stops you opening it into anything low and chipping your doors. If there was one car that you'd want to for a guaranteed sale over the weekend, certainly in the old days anyway, it's not quite the same now, but a Volvo Estate, it was just they were just like gold, hard to find, proper ones hard to find. They go on forever, and there's just nothing not to like about them. Fantastic cars. Got the high pressure headlamp wash. Car, typical Volvo, loads of safety features. It's got the blind spot indicator warning. It has forward collision warning. I'm assuming this bit here is like a sort of inset into the grille. I'm assuming that, and perhaps coupled with the sensors in the windscreen, that alerts you when you get too close to a car in front. Lights up to start off with. If it thinks you're being really stupid, it makes a noise like the $6 million man throwing something. It's packed full of safety features. It's got lane departure warning, which again, it makes that noise when you go over the line without indicating. I'm not sure what good that does you really. However, it's also got the Distronic or adaptive cruise control. So you can set it to keep you a certain distance from the car in front, which that's a good thing, to be honest, and it will brake you as well if you get too close. We've got the chrome bright work around the windows, the roof bar carrier system. It's got the normal glass in the car, which, as I've said before in other videos, I think looks better. I just think it looks classier somehow. It's the privacy glass at the back has run its course, I think. It's got power open tailgate. In the back, nice flat load area, rear load cover or roller blind. The back seats split independently of each other. And again, the previous owner has put this protective moulding over the rear bumper to stop his dog scratching the bumper when he's jumping in and out. So that's all nice. It is a really nice car. Reversing sensors there. It's also got a detachable tow bar as well, which looks like it's never ever been used. It's still in the bag in there, and it's still unmarked basically. But that's the switch to shut it. Rear wash wipe there. Can I get my feet on the paper mat there? Bags of headroom. Seats are really comfortable. They're like an old Chesterfield. So the real nice thick leather. Don't look like they've been sat in. Everything about this car is lovely. You've got here the rear centre armrest. That folds out into cup holders, and that's to put any oddments in. Proper heavy rubber overmats in the front and back. And there's another spare set in the back. And as I've said before, there's just something about Volvo owners. The chap had the car serviced at his local garage. He'd been there a few times by the look of it. And then when he was doing something else, he had to check the water level, which you do after you've had a new water pump fitted, just in case it settles down. And he checking the water level, and there was a little sticker under there. I think it was for a Sealy cam belt, which Sealy cam belts are good, but it wasn't a Volvo one. So he then went to the Volvo dealer and had it done again. So, you know, the type of person that does that doesn't scrimp on servicing, and you know it's going to be a good car. And as I say, hopefully this will be for the next owner. Okay, so that's the Volvo key. It is keyless entry and keyless go too. If I put my foot on the clutch like so and start the car, you see the key's not in the ignition. However, that's the slot for it. You may as well have it in there. Just it's electric memory seats. Just tell you the service history. 12th of the 8th, 2014 at 6,764 miles Volvo UK. 29th of the 7th, 2015 at 12,547 miles Volvo Newbury. 6th of the 7th, 2016, 13,393 miles Volvo Newbury. 21st of the 6th, 2017 at 26,524 miles Volvo Newbury. 23rd of the 5th, 2018 at 31,829 miles Volvo Newbury. 22nd of the 5th, 2019 at 37,096 miles Volvo Newbury. 18th of the 5th, 2020, 43,484 miles Volvo Newbury. 24th of the 5th, 2021 at 47,403 miles Burn Motors. 13th of the 5th, 2022 at 55,127 miles Burn Motors, including the cam belt. And then on the 19th of the 8th, 2022 at 56,989 miles Rydebrook Volvo cam belt. 22nd of the 9th, 2022, 57,782 miles Rydebrook Volvo front discs and pads and rear bushes. So dispose of these, try and get this GoPro to switch on. So absolute nightmare this morning, as usual. As I say, 3 new GoPros, and they're all work from an app. Those 2 and this one are GoPro 11s, and these 2 are GoPro 10s. The GoPro 11s wouldn't pair to the app this morning, wouldn't work from the app, wouldn't switch on, and and that's after having to send the other 2 previous GoPros that I got back for a refund because they didn't work at all. I'm convinced it's all down to Tesla and their terrible customer service. And I think Elon Musk must be paying. There must be a competition for the worst, or to be the worst, customer service and reliability on product. And I think Elon Musk must be paying it to make Tesla look good. Anyway, we'll get going in this beautiful Volvo. Shame everybody's build quality can't be like Volvo. I've got a funny feeling that camera's going to drop off in a short while. These mounts, they're all new, and in order to get them to stick to the windscreen, there's only DJI that make this sticky product for a mount. Each mount is £25. Unfortunately, the DJI's mounts don't fit the GoPros, so I've got to buy the mount at 25 quid, and then I've got to buy a different mount for the GoPros at £16 each, and then I've got to buy these little kind of tripod ball head mounts at £16 each. And take a combination of bits from each to get this set up so that I don't have big suction cups. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'm not hopeful. But back to the car. Car's lovely. It drives beautiful. Very smooth. The gear stick, the gearbox, the gear change, all so lovely. Just gonna take it easy over there. As I say, coming up on the motorway, very, very comfortable car. You do feel like you're in a tank. Now, yesterday I did a test drive. Unfortunately, when the sun's up going in this direction, there's quite a lot of glare on the cameras and me, so you don't get such a view. So yesterday I went down the other way, which is basically behind the hills there, so I was in shadow, so you could see the car fine. However, then I realised that that route didn't go to Chipping Farm Shop, where I get my bacon and egg sandwich. So the choice today is go the dark route and have no sandwich, or go the bright route where you can't see but I get my sandwich. That's the choices. So if I were you, I'd turn the brightness down on your screen or your phone, or put some sunglasses on, because I'm starving. So I've got the heated seat on at the moment. That's the heated seat switch there. When you click that, it comes up on the display there. You see there 3, click it again. And this is what I like. -7 this morning, but you can pretty much operate all the controls with gloves on when you come out. And I imagine -7 here this morning, that's probably warm to people from Sweden. So, you know, everything's nice to hand, everything's easy to operate. Let's get around Certain Death Corner first. Lovely day today. Beautiful blue skies, but it's cold. Yep, the seats are very warm. So we've got sat nav, Bluetooth audio streaming, Bluetooth hands-free for your telephone. Nice design. There's rotary switches and touch switches. Everything you do basically with a combination of this switch, which is on and exit, or OK and exit, sorry. Your blind spot indicator warning lights are in this little quadrant in the corner of your window. You have a display on your dash with these lights that are shine up out of that projector system there. So those go onto your screen. Here you've got your cruise control. These buttons here, you can control the distance between you and the car in front when it's in cruise. The big 5-cylinder engine, big lump over the front wheels, makes it feel really nice and planted at the front, especially going around corners. And the weight of the engine, you can kind of steer with it, the weight of the front end and the engine, and it leans into corners and drives better really than I would say an estate car has the right to. Remember probably in the 80s or 90s, was it, all the cops got the Volvo T5 estates for the high-speed pursuit. But this, the fuel economy too, is very, very good. Lovely gear changes. See a car coming the other way, a glint off one of the windows. Just slow down, because you never know, they just sometimes take it. Yeah, he was going to cut corners when, even though you can't see what's coming, they still cut them. And I think it's a bit icy today, so I don't want to be having to test the brakes. All your warning and switches down here. That's the collision warning switch, I think. Oh, that's stop start, we'll knock that off. And then your lane departure warning. Electric door mirrors. There's the switches there. If I just knock that over, we can move that one and that one. I saw something on the internet the other day about how important your door handles are, and that you should set your mirrors up to have the door handle in the corner. And it's actually quite good, because you can see everything behind you, and you can also see the curb when you're reversing, which just goes to show I don't know everything. Let's go over the cattle grid here, and front central armrest. Two big cup holders here, so somehow everything looks nicer and more substantial in a Volvo. You know that? Well made. No, Mr. Pheasant. This looks extremely slippy around here. This is one of those roads. If it's a straight road and you start skidding, all you have to do is take your foot off the brake and feather it. However, when the options are going down there and into a stream, it's very difficult to take your foot off the brake. The noise, the power, the dash there is bright red at the moment. Now, there's a little button in the end here, and there's also this thumb wheel there. So if I click that little button, that brings up a menu in the front there. In the rev counter, it's got digital speed display at the moment. That's in sport. Let me just find that service status. Themes I need, that's contrast mode. That's themes, click on themes. Performance, eco or elegance. Elegance, it goes blue. Elegance is the one I want. You know, I mean, yes, I have got the heater on, but it's still -2 outside, and this camera's overheated. Camera overheated. What can I say? Big truck engine. I'll turn that off for a bit to perhaps turn that down, get some cold air in here. Just what I need. After being stood outside photographing and videoing -5. Cold air. Yeah, that looks a bit icy too. That's the water coming off the fields. It's all frozen there. Take my life into my hands coming up here to video these cars and use a load of fuel. That's the other thing. It tends to stay frosty. On round here where the sun's behind the hill, road's fine, and then you get onto this bit, which is like a skating rink. And then back into sunshine. So, Volvo estates, as I've said before, they have to be the world's best sellers. Finding really nice ones is difficult, not impossible, as you can see in this case. Some tend to buy them because they know they'll take a lot of punishment. Antique dealers, I'm not kidding, I don't think there's so many antique dealers about, but 20 years ago, if you got a Volvo estate, you could guarantee Auto Trader would come out on Thursday about 6:30 in the morning. By 9 o'clock, you'd have an antique dealer on the phone wanting to buy it. Yes, it has got a headlamp wash. That headlamp wash just went off then. It's one of those days today. The car's lovely inside and out. It's one of those days today though. The councils had obviously been out gritting. So this one's overheated too. Goodness me. And these are the new GoPro 11s, which have been out about a month, I think. I don't know. You got to laugh, haven't you? Well, that gives me a good excuse to go to Chipping Farm Shop for a sausage and egg barm cake, bacon and egg, because I need to let my GoPros cool down. So I've got the air conditioning on low, blowing away on the cameras. No, it's, wow, that is hot too. You know, going back to cars, and I saw there was a survey the other day, I don't know who did it, but Porsche came out as the most unreliable cars, or the owners were most unsatisfied with them, and then Land Rover second. And we honestly have, we sell lots of Land Rovers. I love them, they're just the best car in the world. And we have fewer problems than we do with BMs, Mercs, Audis, and even Volvos, to be fair. But I think the people that fill these surveys in, I think they must expect more, or perhaps too much, from Porsches and from Land Rovers. You know, and they buy something else and they just expect it to go wrong, so they're not disappointed. And that's what happens when you set yourself up to be the best. There's only one way, and that's down. So along the side here, you've got your 3-position memory seats, electric operation like so, big armchairs. Yeah, why would you drive that fast, really? Coming up to the Brava Hill. Go on, you've got room. That seemed to be, let's just drop that back again. Yeah, so that's holding me on the hill there, or it was. It held me on the hill, and then it thought, you've been here too long, either put the handbrake on or roll back down into that river. GoPro, you're killing me. I'd already, before I switched them on eventually, I'd already spent a good half hour trying to get these 3 GoPro 11s to connect to the app. And I had to set them up using the little screen, which you can hardly see. So God knows what this video is going to be like. Just be thankful that GoPro don't make Volvos. Now then, is he going to stop there? If yet, a courteous truck driver. Having said that, I'm pretty sure that he doesn't want to end up in that ravine either. Lovely car. It really is a lovely car. Can't fault it in any way. So that's it. Everything you need all easy to operate, lovely car, nice condition inside and out, drives great, brilliant service history, loads of good accessories that you actually use and could actually save your life. Great car. See you in the next video. Bye bye.